open your pupils book, page 40, reading. Here we have a new unit. It's a unit 3, yes. First of all, what is the title of our unit? What is the title of our unit? Yes, the title of our unit is Tunnels and Bridges. Tunnels and Bridges. So, what is the title of our unit? The title of our unit is Tunnels and Bridges, okay? Now, what is the title of our lesson? What is the title of our lesson? The title of our lesson is Building for Travel. Building for Travel. What is the title of our lesson? Building for Travel, okay? Now, what is the type of our text? What is the type of our text? The type of our text is information with explanation and label diagrams with captions. Again, what is the type of our text? The type of our text is information with explanation and label diagrams with captions. معلومات مع شرح ورسوم بيانية وتوضيحية. Okay? Now I'm going to read this paragraph. Please listen carefully. Okay? Tunnels and bridges. Reading. Building for travel. Tunnels. People cross mountains by car or train, and they cross water by boat. But these journeys take time. Tunnels can go under mountains and under water. They make journeys much quicker. A tunnel is an enormous tube, and a tube is a very strong shape. When engineers build a tunnel, they make a tube shape in the ground. If the tunnel is not deep, the work is easier. Engineers use two cut and cover methods. So now I'm going to explain this paragraph, okay? Tunnels and bridges. The title of our unit is Tunnels and Bridges. Tunnels, which mean الأنفاق, and bridges, which mean الجسور. Building for travel. The title of our lesson is Building for Travel. البناء من أجل السفر. Okay? Building for travel. Tunnels. We are going to talk about tunnels. الأنفاق. People cross mountains by car or train. يعبرون الناس الجبال بالسيارة أو بواسطة القطار. And they cross water. ويعبرون المياه by boat بواسطة القارب. But these journeys take time. لكن هذه الرحلات تأخذ وقتا أطول. Tunnels can go under mountains and under water. والأنفاق تستطيع أن تذهب تحت الجبال وتحت المياه. They make journeys much quicker. ويجعلون الرحلات أسرع بكثير. A tunnel is an enormous tube. والنفق هو عبارة عن أنبوب ضخم. And a tube is a very strong shape. والأنبوب ذو شكل قوي للغاية. When engineers build a tunnel, عندما يقومون المهندسون ببناء نفق, they make a tube shape in the ground. فإنهم يصنعون شكل أنبوب في الأرض. If the tunnel is not deep, the work is easier. إذا لم يكن النفق عميقا, فسيكون العمل أسهل. Engineers use two cut and cover methods. ويستخدم المهندسون طريقتين للقطع والتغطية. Okay, so look at this picture. The longest road tunnel in the world is in Norway. It is 24.5 kilometer long. وأطول نفق في العالم في النرويج. It is 24.5 kilometer long. Okay? So, what's the meaning of tunnels? أنفاق. What's the meaning of bridges? جسور. Tunnels. The English meaning of tunnels: an underground passage. Journeys, which mean الرحلات. An enormous. The English meaning of an enormous: very big, ضخم. Yes. Tube, which means أنبوب. Engineers, which mean مهندسين. Okay? Now here we have some questions on this paragraph. Okay? How do tunnels help travelers? How? Tunnels make journeys much quicker. Yes, tunnels make journeys much quicker. What is the special about a tube shape? What is the special about a tube shape? A tunnel is an enormous tube, and a tube is a very strong shape. It is an enormous tube and a very strong shape. Okay? Question number 3. What shape is tunnel? What shape is tunnel? Tunnel is an enormous tube, and a tube is a very strong shape. Okay? Now, here we have method number 1 and here we have method number 2. Look at these pictures. If the tunnel is not deep, the work is easier. Okay? We have 2 methods here. Method number 1. First, the trench is dug by diggers. Then tubes are carefully lowered by cranes. Finally, the tubes are covered with earth by bulldozers. Method number 2. First, the walls are made in the ground with concrete. Then, the roof is made and covered with earth. Finally, the tunnel is dug by machines. So now I'm going to explain these methods. Okay? If the tunnel is not deep, the work is easier. Okay? And engineers use 2 cut and cover methods. So, method number 1. First, the trench is dug by diggers. يتم حفر الخندق بواسطة حفارة. Okay? Trench, which means الخندق. Then tubes are carefully lowered by cranes. ويتم خفض الأنابيب بعناية بواسطة رافعات. As you see, cranes, رافعات. Finally, the tubes are covered with earth by bulldozers. وفي النهاية هذه الأنابيب تكون مغطاة بالأرض بواسطة جرافات. Okay? The tubes are covered with earth by bulldozers. Method number 2. Here we have another method. First, the walls are made in the ground with concrete. The walls are made in the ground with concrete. الجدران تكون مصنوعة بالأرض with concrete. Concrete مادة صلبة وهو عبارة عن طين أو إسمنت. Then the roof is made and covered with earth. ومن ثم يتم صنع السقف and covered with earth. ويتم تغطيته with earth. Finally, the tunnel is dug by machines. After the roof is made and covered with earth, the tunnel is dug by machines. Okay? يتم حفر الأنفاق بواسطة الآلات. Okay? Method which means طريقة. trench which means خندق. dug which means يحفر. diggers which mean حفارة أو حفارات. cranes which mean رافعات. bulldozers which mean جرافات يستخدمون جرافات. It's a plural noun. walls which mean الجدران. concrete which means مادة صلبة وهي عبارة عن الإسمنت. covered مغطى. machines which mean الآلات.